Hello. Hi, guys. So I'm going to play a little bit, and I'm actually just going to experiment right here with you. Let's see if we can get this a little. It's not too bad. Okay. So I just did a little drawing, just a little sketch. And I've got a little star that I kind of made up. Some palm trees. Now, you're not going to be able to see this for the most part, but this is just kind of how I start. I want something teal, something blue, purple, and then down to yellow ochre. So I'm going to grab, I've got my teal, my phthalo blue, got a nice dark purple, purple lake, yellow ochre, and I'm also going to use yellow, white, and black. So I'm going to grab those. Okay, so yellow, white, and black. And basically just kind of have just some fun with this guy. We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be great. So I'm going to start, throw some white on my canvas. I've got a nice big 1-inch wash brush. And I'm just going to go to town. Let's get some painting done. I need to get into the old holiday mode. So I've got quite a bit of water on my canvas. But I've been having trouble with this teal paint. It takes quite a bit to get it all nice and messed up. So I'm going to do this. Just get in there. Let's see if we can get a little more light. No, if I can. That's maybe a little bit. And I'm going to use a little bit of white with that, just to get it moving. I get the tops as I go. And really, when I do paint like this, I grab from the edge of each. It's just way too much water on there today. But that's okay. And just remember, I'm going like this. If I cover up those lines just a little bit, I'm not too worried at all. Not at all. All right. Those gorgeous colors in there. And little by little, once I get this spread out enough, hard to spread today. That's okay. I'm just going to do something like this. I'll come in a little bit later and put some texture, but that teal paint came in really separated and kind of weird. So I'm not giving it to my clients. I figure, well, I'll just use it doing the videos. And that's okay. Acrylic paint is still pretty forgiving. So I'm going to pop in a nice amount and just do one corner at a time of that phthalo blue. Nice and dark. And then little by little, I want to add it into that teal. So that's when I'm going to grab a little more teal. And right in the middle here, start to add. And these two colors, woo, they're gorgeous. 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 So you can do sort of one of these things. And if you need to, wipe it off. Wipe it off. Pull it out. It's kind of a nice way to go, actually. See, I'm just kind of lifting off that paint. But you don't have to do it this way. You can also just enjoy that texture, something kind of fun like this. Okay. And then maybe if you want, I'm going to finger paint. Finger painting 101. Okay, you guys, much more talented. So I'm sure you'll do something gorgeous with that. And if you need to, you can always come back in, add a bit of darkness to that. That's only if you want. Okay, and then I want to do on the other side. I got to bring it a little closer to me, grabbing that. Nice, nice. And if you need to, make sure that you just move the canvas around. No reason to make it difficult on yourself. Let's see, I'm just cleaning up this side. There we go. Sorry, I know that went out of the frame for a moment too. That's okay. And there are just some days where paint doesn't move quite the way you want it to. That's no big deal. So if you get to a spot like this, where it's pretty dark, I just wipe off and grab a little of that blue. Just start moving it in. A little teal. Okay. And I'm going to wash my brush this time. Dab it on my paper towel. Come back. Let's see if I can move that back. Move that back into its corner. And if you have to, you can always soften when this is dry. It's not often I have to do that, but sometimes I do. All right. Good. Okay. See if we like that. Okay. So far, I think that's going to be okay. I think that's going to do her. I'm just seeing if I can soften this light at all, because I feel like it's really bright. Can I soften? Soften? No, that's in front of the camera. Well, that's no good. Kind of. All right. Well, that's what we got. That's okay. That's okay. So now what I want to do is I'm coming in here. I'm going to clean my brush. I know that's weird for me, but I'm going to clean the brush. I'm using the dark purple, and I'm going to go really nice and dark in that line. Dark purple, nice and dark in that line. And I'm going to raise my hill, because clearly dark purple and I'm just kind of throwing in a nice amount. Okay. And then I'm wiping off. Now don't scrub. Keep that nice chisel. It's kind of sweeping, you know. And then I'm going to grab my purple lake and I'm going to go just below. And then get it on the sides, And then I'm going to go right in between. See that? Right in between. Okay. Wipe it off, come back, soften that, just go up. Good. And then same, where I'm going right here, right in between, and then softening right there. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, well, may have to go back through that. That's okay. We'll wait until that's dry. But I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to wash my brush, and I'm grabbing yellow ochre. I think I just let my paint dry too much or something today. That's okay. And let's see what it looks like if I just go straight in. That's actually really pretty, so I'm happy with that. And you may have to wash the brush a couple times, and that's all right. That's okay if you do. But I like to go right under and then blend in. Blend in. And if we need to, we'll play with those tops a little bit. And now from here to the bottom, we're going yellow ochre. And if you need to, add some white. That's fine. We're going in with the yellow ochre. Lots of yellow ochre. Dab of white if you want. And for me, I am going to flip this over a bit. I'm going to flip this over so that I can get the rest. So white, yellow ochre. I know that's kind of intense. And I like the way that's coming out. Happy with that. So if you're not blending as well as you'd like, just let it dry. You can always add a little something later on. But if you play with this too much, it's not going to be good. It's just going to be a crazy mess. Sometimes it comes out as a nice mess, but okay. And look, I've got colors I didn't intend on here, and that's okay. Color the bottom. Everybody sees the bottom of a painting, so the bottom and the sides are super important. Oh, I guess there's going to be some grass. That's fine too. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay. Good. I like it. And I've got to get, oh, see, I'm still missing some areas on the bottom here. That's fine. You really got to get that bottom, because when you hang it up, that's what everyone's going to see. They'll see the painting. They'll also see the bottom. And then I need to get the top too, because see, I'm naked on the top. And do that now. You don't want to finish up and then realize you still have some to go. That's no fun. Okay. Good. And then I have a little dilly-dally right there, which I do kind of like. So see if I can put another one in there. Why not? Why not? All right. Later on, I do want to put a brightness back behind there. But for right now, I quite like that. So at this point, I want it to dry. And I'm going to, whoops, sorry about that, guys. At this point, I want it to dry and see if we can get a nice amount of things on here. So I got this at HubStudios on Etsy. And at the time of recording, it's just a few dollars. It's not too much. And they have all sorts of things that you can add on there. So I printed this out and I thought it'd be really fun like this. But I want all of these little guys down there. And you can change the size, just print it out on your computer. I do have a 13 by 19 printer, but I actually don't need it for this. I do like everything in here. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to add some palm trees right here. So for me, I'm going to show you how I do some fun palm trees in black. And you can freehand these. There's no reason you can't. It's not too tricky. But I'm going to come in. I've got just black, and I'm going to pull down a gentle slope like that. And then I might come in like that. So I'm just gently pulling that up on the brush. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a little large, but I really like it. So to give it that palm tree-y feel, I'm going to take, again, my brush, and let's see if I should turn this back on and see if you can see that better. I'm going to push it over just slightly, and I'm popping it right up here. Okay, so I'm coming in on the side and just throwing up a few of those little guys. I think that's pretty cute. And you can do that on just one side if you want. Like maybe I go boom, boom, boom. Just play with that brush a little bit. And let me show you a little thing you can do in here. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes not so well. But it's kind of fun to be able to pull some paint. You'll notice I'm cleaning off. Do you see it? Where I'm scraping off that black paint. Can you see that there? Woo, no, you can't. Let's see if I can get it in really close where I am scraping off that black paint, and make sure you clean it, scrape it off again. And if you go too far, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's super cute. Woo. Okay. So go back to palm tree leaves and just move that up. And you can do as many as you want. I like that. And maybe I might even put in one more there. With a little, I want that a little sharper. Kind of fun. And maybe I throw that one a little sharper too. Yeah, I like it. I think it's super cute. And if you want, you can give it a little tap, 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 tap. Just tapping up a little bit. Maybe there's a little grassy grass. I don't know, desert grass. Oh, it's really fun though. I kind of like it. Okay. And then I am tempted to do the same over there. And the nice thing is over here, if you find it's too much, you can always later on add little bits of highlight. Little bits of highlight. that sort of thing. That's kind of fun. You probably should wait until it's dry, but I'm not. All right, so I think that's my fun little palm tree. Now, let's see how we're doing. We still need a little bit of drying, and this, however, is in really good shape. So let's see if we can play just a little. I'm going to grab a touch of white. So my brush is clean, and I'm grabbing just some white. And I want to pop it right on the edge, move it up. And now it's good if this is nice and dry, because I would like it to feather a touch. That's kind of fun. And if it's not quite dry, you're going to find that a bit messy, but that's okay. Okay, good. So I'm going to do that. All right, and I'm going to continue doing that. Soften. And I like it different heights, but that is up to you. Oh, hold please. Let's see. Did we 437? Oh, weird. Okay. All right. Okay. And then popping that up. And I'm going straight up, or at least that's the attempt. Whoa. Okay, so that is kind of what I'm going to do there. And that's kind of fun. So there's a little glow. And later on, probably, I don't even know that that's necessary, but I just kind of want to see what it looks like if I add little bits. Okay. All right. And we'll see how we like that. Let's see if we turn off this light. Yeah, that's super cute. Woo! There we go. Okay. So this is in pretty good shape. So what I'd like to do is pop this on. That's really cute. And so I'm going to pop this on. Now I've got a little bit of painter's tape. Make sure your area is good and dry or you'll be sad. You'll be sad, sad, sad. Okay. And this guy, I do have to worry about a little bit. I got a little carried away. What a surprise. I'm taking this, ripping this into two, and I'm going to set it right up against the edge here. And just ever so gently, like that. And that is a little wet. That's okay. And then I have carbon paper. The dark side, this dark side is going to be the carbon. The lighter side is not. So remember that. It's very important. Okay, now don't put, like this is a little bit wet. So if I were to put carbon paper right here, I would ruin the carbon paper. And that's okay. I'm going to take this and just make sure this is nice and taped. This can move around all at once, but not your stencil. And I'm just going to start with this here. So I've got a nice sharp pen, and I'm going to start with this. And see okay. And I do want the donkey. Do I want the camel in here? I do want a camel. I will probably cut it and move these little guys closer. I do like the wise men, but I kind of want to make my scene a little more intimate. And so I think what I'm going to do is just that much right now. Just that much right now. And do a tiny little brush, something you can work with. I'm going to use this little guy. It's a 1/2-inch wash. And I'm going to turn on this light so I can see really, really well. I'm going to pop that open. And then, for me, I don't want it perfect because then I have to work really hard on making it perfect. And for me, this is more about just kind of that joy. I'm going to pop in this sort of thing, I think. And then let's get Joseph in here. If you need glasses, do wear them. I don't know what it is. I always forget my glasses. Okay. And that's pretty cute. And if I want to, I know, let's see, what do we want to do? Something, what do we want to do here? Something a little bit. There is that sort of thing. And maybe we just do that. Maybe I just pop that above. And make a little stable. A traditional stable. I mean, it most likely would have been a cave or something, but maybe. And you can use what you've got there. But that's pretty sweet. All right, something like that. I think that's pretty cute. We'll just give it a little da 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 da. Okay, and then let's do something fun. Let's take, I love a good camel. I just love a good camel. So I'm going to add a camel. You can add a star. I think this is nice and dry. And I could go back over it, but I'm going to play because I just love, this is really sweet. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to pop in. I'm just going to go straight up and down like that. See, can you see it better if I turn this off? And I'm going to just kind of do this sort of thing. Pull out, pull out, pull up, pull up, pull up, or down, I should say, diagonally. And then I'm going to take the yellow. And I like to pop it right in the middle. Right in the middle. So it's kind of gem-like. And if you want, you can play with that a little bit. And then I kind of want to give it a little something. What if we do that? What if we do that sort of thing? Can you see that one? Oh, I like that actually. Hang on, I found a way I like my light source. I like it better that way. Anyway, it's kind of fun. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this. I don't love how there's a little thing on here. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. It's kind of fun. Maybe I'll it's kind of a fun thing. So that's kind of fun. And then we could even do something like this. We pull in. See if I can do it. Where we pull in some fun. Can you do some clouds? Can we do that? I mean, because that's cool. That's like, woo. Yeah, I like that. I'm totally doing that. Okay. So I'm going to go, it's like a stair stepper. Ooh. And you just soften in here. Super cute. And then a little bit in here. I mean, that's just cool. Yeah, I think that is super fun. Let's see if you can see it better in that light, and you can. So that's cool. And then, yeah, you could even go teal a little bit over here. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, that was a clumpy clump. But soften that. Beautiful. Just an extra little something there. And then, okay, so popping that in a little bit. Yeah, I really like that. I think that is so fun. And I just really like doing it. So that might be part of why I love it so much. And there will be a little hit of white on top of those. That's right. There we go. Woo! That's so fun. Okay. I like it. And then I also feel like we'll do some splatter on the sides because that is great. And you can, of course, do this sort of thing where you're like multiple. I mean, that's just cool. Out, 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 out. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, super happy with that. And then I'm just going to show you, because I love a little highlight when I do silhouettes. So I just do little bits, the stuff that I really like. And we can do a little in here. Mine's still a little wet, so it's best to wait just a touch. That's kind of fun. And then do. And take your tiny brush, and I'm just going to do little bits again. You can use. Yeah, I think that's really cool. Okay. And from that point, you can add any of these little guys. So I'm going to cut this out because I definitely want them. And then I think I do want, even though the wise men came not on the night of Jesus's birth, that's just a little thing that I'm like, oh, should I put them in or should I wait? The gift of the man, or, you know, not the gift of the Magi, but the, so I'm going to cut these out, and then we'll start little by little adding them in. And I think that will be wonderful. Okay. And change the size depending on your canvas. You don't have to do it exactly like I do, but you can. You sure can if you want to. And I think, okay, so I'm going to do this, my little donkeys. Yep, that's how that's going to go for me. And then where's my camel? Am I going to do, I think I'm just going to do the camel. I want to do that. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Okay, so same. Taking my carbon paper. And when you're at home, you have all the time, right? Well, we say that, but that's not true really ever. You're busy, you're working. Okay. You know what? I think I take this back. I'm going to do, whoops. Changed my mind, because over here I want more palm trees because I like doing them. So I'm just going to do boom. And then you. Oh, so then I have to go backwards. I see the problem. I see the problem. Then they're not looking over there. Okay. So what you could do is put this in front of a light and copy it. So I put it in front of a light and then copy it. And then, so I'm actually using the light right now, which is why you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm literally drawing on the back. So hold it up to a light like your computer and put it on there and just gently copy that outline. And that way you can switch it if you want. And it's pretty cute. Okay, so there are mine. Pull that off. Now I'm going to put these little guys up close and proper. And then this big Hama Mama. Woo! So cute. Right there. Ah! Everything is fine. Nothing to see here. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, I like that better. And that way I can still put my boundaries. Okay. Going back in. You ready? Going back in. And, you know, it's one of the reasons why I say don't get too crazy pants on these. I'm going to move this down just a hair for a little more stability. But don't get too worried about every little teensy weensy deal with this. Because it's pretty cute if you're not too worried about it. And you got to enjoy it, right? This is, come on, let's face it, not what, we're not going for extreme accuracy here, folks. We're just having some fun. We want to honor our Lord and Savior, the reason for the season, baby. And I got to tell you, that's good, basically. And then this guy needs a little leg up, okay? Good. Good. All right. Okay. Yes, we've got them. What about these little doodads? Oh. Okay. We're going in. We're doing the thing. Well, hopefully there is just one udder. Or is that, I don't know, is that a bull? I'm a little confused right now. That's okay. I just hope the ox and the lamb are keeping time. Okay. I Let's see what we ended up with. Whoo, I'm missing part of a face. All right. Well, got a thick face. Okay, come back with your tiny brush. Start filling in the details. Start filling in those details. Oh, it's so cute. Now, if there is, my suggestion is that yours are a little larger than this. And I'm just going to do this sort of thing on the ground. Why? Because that way the feet aren't such a pain. Okay. Okay, I'm calling that a goat-like creature. Now, if you know farm animals, then don't make some of the mistakes I'm sure I'm making. That's okay. Also, don't get too crazy worried about accuracy, because that will make you nutty. Okay. I'm going to deal with that little part later. Not right now. I got to think about what I'm doing there. And I think the feet are getting a little dodgy here. So I'm just going to throw in. And I think that's fantastic. And then okay. And then the camel mammal. All right. Calling that pretty okay. And I'm going to take a little of this and just throw in a little something here. I'm not sure what I did there. And it's a little weird. So I'm going to see if I can clean that spot up. I'm just taking a clean cloth and going through that. I don't know what that is. And here, I think I'm going to do that. Calling that okay. All right, and then I'm pulling in the palm trees. Oh yeah, that's where I'm doing them. Okay, so I'm grabbing my black, and I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. And I'm gonna come in just like we did before. I'll probably actually type those in a little bit more. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, like that. And then go here, here, here. All right, and then I'm going to add my little whoop-de-loos. And then I might actually even use this little guy. Okay, and then whoosh. And if you're not in love with it, pull it up really fast and just kind of play with it again. This is the nice thing about the rest of your painting being dry, is you can shimmy it off. How cool is that? Okay, And then okay. And then I'm going to add little highlights here and there to these little guys. Do, 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 do. I think that's super fun. And then you can add stars like this if you want. You can splatter. I'm just going to gently add them like this though right now. I think that's just fine. A little crazy there. Okay, let's see if I can get this all in the frame. I'm going to turn this guy off and see if I can bring it a little closer. Oh, it ran just a smidgen when it fell. Hold please. See if I can get some of that off. Good. And then that got a little, okay. And if you want to, you can always touch up any areas that you think should be touched up. Okay. Well, that's my fun little nativity guy. And he's super easy. Super easy. Let's see what happens if I shut that guy off. And how about this guy? Let's see. What about that guy? It's kind of fun. All right. To kind of see. Yeah. I think that's neato. Yes! Okay, good. Just super fun. So play with it. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just take a little time, right? Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Good job. Toodalies.